The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hey there, everybody, and welcome to the Happiness Jungle TV show with yours truly, your Chief Happiness Officer, Lyn-Dee Eldridge. And I got to tell you, I know I'm excited about every show that we do, but today I feel so blessed. There was several months ago that I got the opportunity to meet our next guest, and she just really rocked my world. You talk about a woman that helps people with transformation and really be able to come out of their shell and do things that are uncomfortable, but then she helps you make them be comfortable. This woman is changing lives all over the world, and I am so excited that she was able to block out time for you and for me. And today we're going to talk about standing out from the rest. Doesn't that sound good? Doesn't that sound enriching and oh my God, delicious? Stand out from the rest. I talk to you guys about that all the time, that I want you to be uniquely you. Well, that's what we're going to talk about today, and we have the honor, and I want us to go ahead and give a big shout out right now from your couch to welcome my guest, your guest, our guest for the next 27 minutes, Dr. Shelley Plumb. Hey, Dr. Shelley Plumb, how are you?
I am doing great, Lyn-Dee. Thank you so much for inviting me. This is an honor.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I am telling you, my audience right now, I know that they're in for a treat. And you know what the most important thing is, Dr. Shelley?
What's
is that I know for a fact that you are going to be affecting contagiously many people that are sitting on the couches that just are confused about how can they stand out from the rest. So why don't we go ahead and start. Share your story about how you became on this journey, because I was also blessed to be on your show not too long ago. How did all of this get started? Because at first you were a doctor. You set out to be a doctor, and things changed in your life. And miraculously, now you're still changing lives, but in a completely different way. Share your story with us.
You know what, it really, I started out, believe it or not, in college as a communication major. So I was writing promotional, promos for the local television stations. So I was really heavily into cameras and, the communications part of it. And somewhere along the line, something, I was sidetracked and I went down the road of medicine, and it was interesting. I went into podiatric surgical training, and then I did my residency in Philadelphia, and I loved it. I had done foot and ankle surgery for 18 years, but you know what, Lyn-Dee? Something was always missing. Through those 18 years of schooling and residency and all of that, there was something that was missing in my heart. And little by little, I did some soul searching and really reached down real deep. And you know what it was, is that creative spirit was not being fed. It really was not. And so I figured out what it was. I love production. I love making videos. I love marketing. And little by little, I started adding a little bit of that into my life and a little bit less of the doctoring. And can I tell you, I am full-time in the production world and absolutely love it. And I know you can relate to this because we have talked. I wake every day just excited about what the day has to hold.
And I have been to your studio. That is just one of the most fabulous studios that I have ever entered. I mean, our studio in Nashua, New Hampshire is fabulous. And then I walk into your studio and I notice the different settings. And we are both very, very lucky and fortunate women. We've got great teams behind us. But how does it happen? How do we attract other people to come into our world to help us live our dream? Because there's so many people out there that are just stuck. They went to college. I don't want to do what I went to college for. They went and got a job. Oh, I don't want to do that either. How do you attract other like-minded people so we can go on the path of the journey that we are destined to do? What is that?
You know what? That's a wonderful question, Lyn-Dee. And while you're talking, I was thinking about my own personal journey. And of course, I can't speak for other people, but I can speak for me. And it really was a twofold process. Number one is I had to have faith. And who is it? Martin Luther King has that quote that says, faith is taking the first step when you can't see the full staircase. Oh, it's so true. In the beginning of when I started into medicine, I realized now that I didn't have a tremendous amount of faith in myself. So faith, if you're sitting there and you're wondering, should I do it? Well, yes, take a big dose of faith and yes, do it. So that's the first step. And then the second step for me, and I know that you probably can relate to it, and many of you out there can relate to it, is never give up. I cannot tell you how many times in this process of both the being a doctor and then transitioning into the production world where people flat out told me, you will fail. You will fail. I heard that over and over and over again. And I had a wonderful, believe it or not, a lawyer in the very beginning when I was starting this process, and I will never forget. I sat down with him and I explained my dreams and what I wanted to do with this company. And he looked at me and he looked across the desk, he listened to everything, and he says, Shelley, he says, I hear you. It's great. He says, but you got to promise me one thing. And I said, well, what's that? He says, promise me you will never, ever give up. And I take that to heart to this day. So you have to have faith in yourself and you never give up.
Oh, that is so true. No matter how many obstacles, walls, and blocks come in your way, we want to teach you, the audience, we want to teach you how to knock them down, walk around them, because failure is going to lead you to your success. You have to fail. You have to do certain things to learn the right curves. And I thank God for that attorney that spoke to you that way and that gave you not only the permission, and I don't mean permission with that term of permission, but gave you that pat on the back and said, go and do it and get it right and don't stop. Because if it wasn't for that attorney and you being wanting to just thrive, then we wouldn't be here today, and I don't even know if we would have met.
Right. We may not have met. Yes. And I will tell you and tell all your listeners out there that I feel blessed to this day to have met you. I really love your journey and you really motivate people worldwide.
I appreciate that. And I was on the same journey as you. People tried to knock me down. They try to put up not just walls, but steel walls after steel walls and said, you're not going to go any further. One of the biggest things that I teach my clients is that we are weebles. We wobble, but we don't fall down. So as long as you're not willing to fall down and collapse and give up, you will end up going bing, 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 and coming right back into the center. Now, the other thing that I want you to share with our audience is how important is your inner core circle of influence. And if you're not in the right inner core circle of influence, how can they be? How can they get there? You want to share that?
Yes, absolutely. So you're asking me how important it is to have supportive people around you, right?
That's right.
Yes. And yes. I will tell you that it is not just necessary, it's essential. It's essential because we are a product of our environment. And, whether or not, it's interesting. I did work, believe it or not, with a shaman at one point. And I don't think I've shared this with you, and I'll share it with all the listeners out there. And he described being around negative people. What happens is they suck your energy, and he called it courting. They actually hook into you and drain your energy, and then what do you have left? You have nothing left that is positive to share with the world. So he showed me how with negative people, you disconnect the cords. You're not rude, but you disconnect the cords, and you surround yourselves purposely with people who build you up, people who are supportive. And to this day, I take that message and I am just blessed. I really am blessed. I have a beautiful family and I have an incredible production team that I am grateful for. You've met them all.
I love them. Everybody got a heart from me. I love, 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 love. I love everything about you. I love your synergy, your energy. And one of the biggest things that my audience I know has some challenges with, because when they reach out to me, is that they're like, I'm so stuck. I feel like moving away and starting over. And what I share with them is that you don't need to move away. You just need to just put yourself in a new playground, but you don't need to pack up and move. All you need to do is refresh yourself by connecting with new people. And those inner circles are all around you. You have meetup.com. You have social media that's letting you know where everybody is. That's how you and I got connected. I came down from New Hampshire. I went to West Palm. We went to the same club, the Happiness Club. There you were. I got to meet you. And the rest is history. So that excites me.
Oh, it's so wonderful. So wonderful. Yeah, it's interesting. You were saying, people are saying that they just want to move on. They want to leave. And what it brought to mind is a beautiful friend of mine wrote a book. She wrote a book, Noah Crane. She wrote a book called The Grass is Greenest, Where I Am. And that I really honestly have learned a lot from our clients, and she's a client as well. And yes, the grass is greenest right where we are. And we just have to look at what's around us and really change our way of thinking. And she talks a lot about comparison, how we shouldn't compare ourselves to others, and competition. There's enough out there for everyone. The universe is abundant, right? We don't need to be competing. And then scarcity. Oh, there is no scarcity. There's only abundance. So yeah, I take that to heart. Every time that, I've had those feelings where I'm pick up and leave and, do something else. Well, you have to take a good look around you and see what's around.
That is so true. And as long as you keep on moving ahead, the universe has a very, very funny way of keep on answering you to pull you back to be grounded. Does that happen to you as well? Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Both in a positive way and a positive way. So they're both positive. I was about to say negative, but it really isn't negative. Those things are mistakes that I make. The universe corrects me, and honestly, it just shifts me down another road. That's the road that I'm meant to be on. Yeah. And, it was just last week that I felt like, do I continue on to this path? Even we feel that way. And later that afternoon, I was contacted by a company who hired me to come and speak at their convention. And they said that I was not only recommended, but I'm contagious and they would love to hire me. Just when I felt like my plate was just like, where am I going? What am I doing? Because we feel that. We are human beings. Right. And that was the universe saying, where do you think you're going? You're not going anywhere. You're going to keep on doing what you want to do. Yes. And I was blown away by it. It's funny. Oh, I'm sorry. It's funny because the universe does speak to all of us. And maybe in different ways we hear it. How do you hear it? How do you know that the universe is speaking to you? Because I'm constantly seeing the doors open, but I have my blinders off. Let's talk about that. Sure. Having the blinders off. How many times do we look up and we ask the universe and God and how many times do we pray for change? We wish we had fill in the blank. And then miraculously, the universe and God brings it to us and we say, now's not a good time. I can't do it now. What happened? Right. What happened? The universe is speaking back to you. It's not going to pull you up off the couch. You're not going to feel that force to push you through it. You have to get those blinders off of you. And most people are wearing those blinders because they're waiting for the perfect time. Let's talk about the perfect time, Dr. Shelley. Is there ever a perfect time? Perfect. That is a word that... You know what? It's hard. Is there really truly anything that is perfect? Well, I take it. A lot of people say there's no such thing as perfection, but I believe that there is in a different way, in that us as individuals, I think we're perfectly imperfect. And we have to be that way because we all have gifts. And those gifts, you know, a gift to one person might not be a gift to another, but it really, perfection is really something that I think we all achieve for, and we can get in trouble when we're trying to achieve, you know, absolute perfection. I think when we back it up, though, and we really look within and we listen to the universe, like what you're speaking about, then we are perfect in our own eyes because we are then expressing our authentic self.
Yeah, it is so true. And if you're perfect, how can anything get any better? We're not perfect. We're not meant to be perfect. You don't wake up perfect. If we woke up perfect, then we would never have to put on our makeup, do our hair, and get dressed because we would be absolutely perfect. So the world loves uniqueness. And as long as you're standing out at your own.
Are we not perfect without our makeup, right?
Yes.
Are we not perfect without our makeup? Are we not perfect when we have a dirty house? You know, are we not perfect when our kitchen is dirty? I think it all depends on our personal definition of perfection, right?
Yeah, and we shouldn't be so hard on ourselves just because other people are giving us ideas or saying things to us, and we go home and we look in the reflection and we believe in what they've said versus what we're supposed to believe in with ourselves to gain our strength. Everybody's just got to say, hey world, you know, hey people, chill out. I know, I could feel it in every morsel of my bone that I am on the right track and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And maybe it's time that I have to leave you. I love you, but maybe I need a stronger inner circle.
Right, right. Yeah, I know. You talked about surrounding yourself with the right people, the positive people, the people that lift you up. And it's funny when you really start listening to what is going on around the universe. I know for me that when I am embarking on something that is truly not right for me, I almost feel a tightness in my chest now. And I know, you know what it is? It's resistance. I feel resistance in my heart, in my mind, and I know that I need to back up. I need to really think about it and evaluate who I'm around.
And then if there are any questions, who would you go to? Would you go to somebody who's weaker or stronger than you? Would you go to somebody who's already done what you're looking to accomplish, or would you speak to somebody who's trying to do what you're doing?
I would honestly, a combination of those. Is that I definitely would go to somebody, it depends on the problem I'm having also. If it's something here in the production business, I will go to somebody, mentors that have helped me along the way, and I would say, hey, you know, what do you think about this? And that's what I would do. People that really have done it before, they understand where I'm going from. And, you know, in the production world, sometimes I'll even go to people who don't know production. Because you know what they know is they know videos. They know what they like. So I will do a combination of things.
There you go. I love that. I love that so much. And in today's world, it's not hard to get recognized, especially with YouTube and all the social media out there. And there are a lot of people that do the 30-day challenges. And I'll throw out a 30-day challenge to anybody that wants to maybe create videos. Maybe they have a craft that they want to explore and explode. And I throw it out there for you to go ahead and start doing those videos. You do one video, and then that one was but then the second one, and the third one, and the fourth one. And before you know it, well, you are now on your way to doing exactly what you want. Maybe it has nothing to do with video production. Maybe it has to do with a one-on-one session. How are you promoting yourself? Where are you going? Who are you introducing yourself to that's going to help you open the doors? Because it gets to the point, again, Dr. Shelley, I think you'll agree, it's no longer what we know, it's who we know.
Yeah, it definitely, you're right. You're right. And I have built our, both the medical practice and the production practice on getting to know people, going to networking events, socializing with people, putting down my cell phone and instead picking up the telephone and talking to them personally, or going to a networking event and actually speaking to somebody face to face. It's so incredibly important. I agree.
Yeah, it is. And let's talk about, we're at an event. Should we have business cards with us, or should we not have business cards with us? Should we be prepared to meet people, or should we just walk in and go, well, I'll just take my chances? How do you feel about that?
You know what? It's funny because I've been to so many networking events, and I will be 100% honest with you. I have done things that flat out failed with people, came across not well, and I have done things that did go well. And what I can tell you from my personal experience is walking in and giving one card after another to people without really talking to them does not come across well. It looks like you're trying too hard and really too promotional for the most part. You know, my best success at networking events is to show up and be in the moment. You know, if there's music playing, you're listening to the music, you grab a drink. If there's you just enjoy yourself and look around the room. And there are signs that, people around you, you'll catch somebody's eye, you walk over to them. I always make a point to speak to them first, get to know them, and don't even pull out my business card until the very end when we're about to part ways. And I ask them, I ask for permission. May I give you my business card? I'd really like to stay connected with you. And that I've had the best success with.
Quality versus quantity. Let's talk about that. People are so, well, there you go. Yeah, take it away because you're a master at this.
I am a big fan, as you know, of quality. Whether it comes to networking events and giving out 1 million business cards, which I don't recommend doing, versus, let's talk about the networking event and quality versus quantity. You think about it, if you are going into that networking event just to give out as many business cards as you possibly can, how many leads are you going to get because you didn't get to know the people? They're not going to know you at the end of the day. So you get nothing from that. So the quantity didn't get you anything. On the other hand, you go into that networking event, you even speak to 1 or 2 people. You really, truly take the time to get to know them. They appreciate it. They connect with you. They turn into leads right away. So it was less quantity, but the quality was amazing. And really, that is a concept that I have used in my personal life and professional life as well.
Yeah, amen. And then follow-ups. So many people think, well, I gave them my card, they should call me. You just missed a big step. Let's talk about the follow-up because there's a lazy equation right there. Oh, I gave my business card out to 10 people. I gave my business and no one called me back. Let's address that one.
It's funny. People will not call, and you, I personally, this is my personal belief, is that you can't expect them to call. If you really, truly took the time to get to know them, you connected with them, first of all, well, they're going to want to speak to you. And really, I make a point to reach out to everyone. And what I don't do, and you tell me what you think about this, is my first communication back to them, say I have their business card and I have their email address. I will use that email address not to shoot them over my biggest promotional packages for video. No, I don't do that. My communication to them after a networking event is, hi, I really enjoyed meeting you. I really enjoyed finding out more about your family and your business. I looked at your website. You know what? I really connected with X, Y, and Z. You know what? I'd really love to talk to you sometime in the future. I just wanted to let you know that I really enjoyed meeting you, and leave it at that. So it's a friendly email. It shows you that you're interested in what they're doing. And then after that, they generally respond to that, and then the communication is open. The door is open.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's a process. So the process is, first of all, get out of your shell. Go to where you want to shine and meet new people.
Right. Don't
give out your business card like it's confetti.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with that 100%.
And meet, greet, smile, and let them know that you will be following up with them, and what an honor and a pleasure it was to meet them, because that's exactly how you feel. Quantity versus quality. Quality is so much better because you don't know where that other person's going to lead you. Oh, you know what? I'm not sure that I'm the one that can help you, but I know somebody that can help you. And just because you went and met one person, all of a sudden the other doors are opening for you as well.
I agree
Crazy.
with that. And you know what? We're all in this world together, right? We're all in this world to help each other. And like I said, there is no scarcity. You ask the universe for something and you will get it. So absolutely, the more that we can reach out and help someone and connect to people and vice versa, it's wonderful.
It sure is. And Dr. Shelley, before we leave, we have about 2 more minutes. I can't believe our session is almost over. Can we go ahead and start the clock again?
Yes, absolutely. Let's do it.
I don't want to leave.
Right.
Share with them, what would you, how do you help people? Because I want people to reach out to you because you're such a blessing. And I want them to realize that you're absolutely a very powerful force, but you're a leader that takes action. So share with everybody, how can they get in touch with you? And what is your best client?
Thank you for asking. I certainly appreciate that. And for all of you out there, we truly, our company, PlumbTalk Productions, is a true full service video production business. And our best client is we service all types of clients, both promotional videos. You know what our tagline is? If you can dream it, we can stream it. So we do everything from commercials to promotional videos to video blogs. Our big thing is we love doing talk shows for other people as well. And I mentioned the commercials. So those are some of our best clients. I
love it. So there you go, everybody. You've got the outlet. How do they get in touch with you, Dr. Shelley?
They can actually email me directly. It's Shelley, SHELLEY, at PlumbTalkWomen.com, PlumbWomen.com.
And I have to share with you, I know for a fact that Dr. Shelley will answer you back personally, maybe not right away, but she will absolutely respond to you and you are going to feel her magic. Stand out from the rest. That's what she is all about. And I have witnessed how she has helped so many people accomplish their dreams. We have 8 minutes left. We never said that life was easy, but we did say that you could be happier. You were born to shine, my friends. You were absolutely born to shine, and we want you to hold your own flashlights. Any last words, Dr. Shelley?
Oh, you know what? I love what you said. And just remember, everyone, have that faith in yourself and never, ever give up.
Amen. All right, everybody. Take care and take charge of your life. You were born to shine. Bye-bye for now.
All right. Thank you, Lyn-Dee.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.